You're kind of blurred out.
I
Um,
know. Is that better?
yeah, that's better.
Okay. It might be a lighting problem. I have
Okay.
very little choices in this room. It's like dim light or s- super bright. It looks like it's
You
blurring every time I move. Sorry.
do you have like the you have like the filter where you block the background?
I'm sure I do.
I think that's what it's trying to do.
So it might just be that I don't have enough bandwidth to run the video.
All right, if you stay like that, perfect.
No, you're right. The blur my background was on, and now I'm
Oh,
not blurring. Hooray. Okay. It
perfect.
thought it was the background.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
So
How's
how
your
was your
day?
day? I haven't talked to you today. How was your day? Mine was good. So far, so good. No seizures.
Good. I slept all day, so mine's been really, really boring. But sometimes you need that.
Okay, so tell me your story because I don't know you much, Raven. I know you're pretty cool, but I don't know you.
I don't know what part of my story to tell you or
Um,
where to start.
Wherever you like to start. I was gonna say, what's like your epilepsy story, but I think you said something else. You had something else too that was bothering that or something. I can't remember what you told me.
Yeah. Well, we're still trying to figure out why I have epilepsy. It's just that the more I learn about it, the more I'm wondering how long have I really had it? I I'm starting to think some of the other weird stuff I've been experiencing for the last like 20 years could have been seizure related. I thought it was just the last couple of years, but maybe it was longer. I don't know. So I got sick when I was like 16 or 17, I guess. Then I had a car accident when I was 18, and I was like, I had my foot on the brake trying to turn left, and I was just waiting for oncoming traffic. It was dark and raining, and somebody hit me from behind going about 40 miles an hour. And so, because my foot was on the brake, like my leg compressed from the impact. So it was like an inch shorter on one side for a long time until physical therapy straightened me back out. And ever since then, that and living in a dorm that was like condemned about a decade later, um, because of mold and stuff. All of that at once just kind of kicked me in the butt, I guess. And I've been downhill from there ever since.
So
Um,
you've been diagnosed, right?
yes.
How long ago
I
was
was
that?
only diagnosed in May, though.
But that wasn't your first seizure, right?
No. What do you
Oh,
mean? Sorry? In May? No, no. I think I've been having seizures at least a couple of years.
oh,
But
okay.
even even as far back as when I was like 18 and going through all that other stuff, I was having periods where I would black out for a brief moment, and I just thought I was having panic attacks, but I would have this horrible sense of impending doom and fear and anxiety, and then the world would go dark for a moment, and then I'd snap to, and it would only be like a couple seconds later. I don't know if that was seizures or panic attacks, but I've just had weird little things like that for about 20 years. And then one day, a couple years ago, I was taking a nap and I woke up shaking. My whole body felt like I was being electrocuted and I couldn't move. And afterwards, I felt really sick and I got up and went and told my boyfriend, I think I just had a seizure. And we're both kind of like, no, there's no way. But because I've been primarily bedridden, like I can get up and go to the bathroom and that's about it. I've been that way for a long, long time, like a handful of years. Um, from myalgic encephalomyelitis. It's a handful, but it used to be called chronic fatigue syndrome.
What does that do? Well,
Basically,
obviously, chronic.
exertion. Sorry?
I said, well, obviously, chronic fatigue because you said chronic fatigue syndrome. So
Yeah, I like the new name because we don't call Parkinson's shaky person syndrome, or like we don't call diabetes like sugar intolerance disease, or like, you know, I, chronic fatigue syndrome doesn't really tell us much about it other than, oh, you must be tired. But it's a neurological condition that causes a lot of immune problems, and it's fully systemic. Like every system in the body is affected, and um, when I overexert myself too much, I have I get like extra sick. It's kind of like having the flu while running uphill in the rain from a tiger. You're just like all the time debilitatingly exhausted from the smallest little things. So when I had a seizure, even though I should have gone to the emergency room from the first seizure, we didn't, because I didn't want to get more sick from the experience of going to the ER. So I let it go for like 2 years. And then this past May, I had a cluster and just started vomiting nonstop afterwards. So we had to call an ambulance.
is that common for you to vomit afterwards?
Not necessarily to vomit after a focal, but I have yet another chronic health condition called cyclic vomiting syndrome. I think Lufa has it also. And um, basically, it's just like you throw up every 5 to 20 minutes nonstop for hours or days. Mine will go until the emergency room can manage to stop it with like they give me Ativan and Haldol, um, Reglan, and Toradol. So like psychotic antipsych, some kind of psych meds, and you know what Ativan is, and nausea meds and pain meds, but not addictive pain meds. So this last time I had a cluster, and then I had a vomiting episode for like a couple few days. So they had to hospitalize me. And once they got it stopped, they hooked me up to an EEG. And I was on for 2 days, and I had another cluster. I think I had 8 years while I was on the EEG, and I had another vomiting episode, and so I was in the hospital for like 7 days, and they finally let me go home. And they were like, "Yeah, you have epilepsy. Go take some Vimpat."
Have you taken Kepra?
And here we are. No, they started me on Vimpat or lacosamide, because I'm highly medication sensitive, and I told them I have a family member with epilepsy who also already takes Vimpat. So they thought I would be able to tolerate it well since I have a family history of somebody else tolerating it well. Uh, so they thought, oh, well, maybe you can tolerate this one. And so far, it's really not that bad. Um, there are definitely side effects, and they don't make me happy. But I know from listening to you guys on the podcast that the side effects could be 100 times worse than what I'm already dealing with. So
Um,
I'm
the side effects
satisfied
are
as long as
ridiculous.
the seizures are under control, and I don't know about that yet. Hmm?
The side effects are
Sorry?
ridiculous. The insomnia is the worst.
Yes, and I've
Mm.
yes.
But I don't
Although
have
like, everybody's
seizures
talking
from.
about the way Keppra affects mood is pretty. What are you taking?
I take
What
lamotrigine.
medication are you on?
Lamotrigine twice daily, 200 milligrams. Fairly low dose.
But you've probably tried a lot of different ones, haven't you?
I haven't
Oops.
even had a lot
There we
in.
go. Have you tried a lot of different ones?
Nope.
Oh,
I've tried
okay.
some, three. I should say a few then.
Oh, okay. I
Only-
figured as long as you had it.
I had what's it called? That lantern first,
So,
and then I had Keppra, and then I'm on lamotrigine. And I like lamotrigine best because it
okay.
gradually got
Well,
better. Went from down, down, down from so many seizures a year and month to now just a few every other month or whatever. And I got my focals under control. Uh, Taking this, so you should go do that. Um, you see him now, right? You see the kind.
shout out to Nature's Made.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Nathan's May.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
It's been at least 3 months, and yeah, haven't had one focal, and it's amazing. It's different because I was having them like so often, and I didn't know what it was, and that's worked for that. The myoclonics and the jerks every now and then, I get those still, but the focals they're under control, and those are the ones I really don't like because those are the ones where sometimes I wander off. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know if you heard them stories, but I wander quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. You've told
Yeah,
some of those stories, and it's amazing that way.
yeah.
Like, are you in a seizure state the whole time,
Um,
or is it partly physical?
I have no idea to be honest. It's just like I wake up and I'm somewhere I shouldn't be. So yeah,
Wow, that
yeah.
has to be scary.
Um, at the time, it's
Um,
not.
so
At the
far, mine
time,
are all short. Sorry,
at the
it cut
I said
out
at the
a little.
time. Um, at the time when mines were happening, the wandering off, it isn't that scary because I don't know what's going on. So like not the last one I had, but um, last time I wandered into somebody's house, it wasn't scary at the time that I was doing it, but later on when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that could have been really bad. He could have killed me for walking in his house and laying on his couch and telling him this is my house and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Could have went real bad, but at the time of doing it, I
yeah,
was just probably
that would be
unaware and
good.
careless of what I was doing. So I was just like, hey, I'm doing the right thing. Didn't think I was doing anything wrong at all. But yeah, shouldn't we shouldn't be alone.
that's something I'm really struggling to figure out how to deal with, the whole can't probably shouldn't be alone thing. Like, so I have to be of lives. Thankfully, I haven't had any seizures that are long enough for me to just wander away. But what happens if I do?
Mm.
How do you have somebody usually home with you?
Um, yeah, once upon a time I did. One of them I did. Uh, so one I did. One I remember the beginning of the day. The beginning of the day, I was just like getting dressed, cleaning my room, showering, and all that stuff. And the whole time I'm thinking, what do I have to do today? And I'm not sure what. It's like, what do I have to do today? Nothing at all, really. But my mind was already gone by then. So I blacked out, and when I came to, I was at the curb. So I would have to walk out of the apartment complex and through the lobby and down to the street. Um, and then that's all I remember until somebody else told me the rest of the story a few weeks later when I explained to them what happened. Um, that one was, I went down to a smoke shop and he explained it to me after I explained the other story to him. Because that one had been recently. He was like, I think you did that before here. I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, one time you came here and you were just like kind of walking around the center thing in the center, looking at everything, looking at bongs and clothes and all kinds of stuff. And he's like, you did that for 20 minutes. And then when I asked you what was going on, you said, shut up, walked out. And I don't remember that, but that's bad. And I was just like, damn. I apologized to him, and he was like, "No, I know somebody who got epilepsy. Basically, he got some family who went through it." And he was like, "Yeah, I understand what you're going through. Kind of don't, but I understand where you're coming from." So yeah, and then the other one, that time somebody was home, and it's still dangerous because no one can tell when I'm out of it or not. So being that I'm a grown man, um, when I leave, I don't have to say see you guys later or I'm going here or there. So I left just all nonchalantly, just left, and they're like, all right, he's leaving, you know. Yeah. So that was that. Somebody said lock yourself in the room. Someone said so you don't wander off. Oh man, I'm gonna unlock the door. It's not gonna happen. But the other
No
time
right answer
where
to that, is there?
say that again.
Oh, sorry. There's just no right answer because you could have somebody home and still walk out of the house and they don't know that there's anything wrong.
That's why I don't like going in public with my kids alone because I could want to go anywhere. I could be like, let's go down to the lake today, or let's go to the beach, or let's go to my hometown. And they're just going to follow me just because I'm dad. So that's made me kind of uncomfortable going places with them.
Yeah,
And then it sucks when there's nobody around who wants to take us places. So
I'm
I still
sorry.
do stuff here and there. We go to the mall, we go to the movie theaters a lot. Yeah, that's things I can do with my kids and then come right back home because those seizures are unpredictable. And like I said, I don't want to wander off and then they just follow me just because I'm dad. So this is what we're supposed to do. Yeah, could put them in a bad
That must
situation.
be really hard.
Yeah, I'm thinking a lot of other people get that. But hey, I don't blame them. I actually did not know the door
You're
was open.
able to go and be in the theater.
Your voice went in and out a
Sorry.
lot right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have such a bad connection right now. I don't know what's going on. I was asking if you're able to watch a movie in theaters easily.
Yeah,
If it's
not
like a ever a
photosensitive.
trigger to go to the movie theater.
Nope, not photosensitive at all. Um, Lights don't bother
Oh, I
me.
remember you talked about
Nothing.
that.
Yeah, did you see the video I posted of the concert? Yeah, you missed that. If your photo
Oh
comes
yeah,
in, your voice is behind your. I see your face moving, and then the voice comes after. I wonder how this is gonna come out.
yours is the other way around. I hear your
Oh,
voice and then I see your face. Sorry, I can turn the video off. It wouldn't be so bad, but
yeah, I wonder how this is gonna play out.
so
Just like
anyway,
this.
yeah. Here, let's see if this helps. I'll just turning off the video and leave my voice will come out less. Who knows? It might do nothing.
Voice is still in and
It
out.
didn't help, did it?
A little bit, just a minute.
I'm sorry. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm like on some of the best internet in the world. I saw a little doggy run in.
Ran out.
Who is that?
That is Nico.
Oh, out.
I thought he came back in.
I love
Um,
dogs.
they are. I don't exactly love dogs, but he's okay. Um, yeah, I just don't like cleaning up behind them, and I don't like how they.
You don't love all of the dogs.
I don't like how once you clean up, they feel like they need to put their scent back down. Yeah.
Oh,
Every time I clean up, he comes in
yeah.
and he
My
rolls in that
little guy.
spot. Yeah. So I got some
Yes.
questions. Mhm.
As long as he's not peeing there.
Say that again.
Sure.
Uh,
Too bad.
said, could my medication have caused my seizure? Before I started to have focal aware seizures, I was taking Zoloft and buspirone together for a long time, but would sometimes randomly drop the drug while drop the drug for a while, not knowing it was bad for me to stop. Does anyone know if either taking these medications or randomly dropping them could be the cause of these seizures? I've never taken either. I've heard of Zoloft. You had Zoloft before?
I haven't had it, but it's just another SSRI, I think.
What's an SSRI? I've heard of them, but
Um, Serotonin reuptake inhibitor. It's a antidepressant and anti-anxiety thing, I think. Double check. Um, what was the other one you said though? Oh, okay.
Zoloft.
Sertraline. Have you tried that? Yeah, sertraline.
Zoloft.
It's just an antidepressant.
Ew.
You said Eucerin?
The other one
I don't know
was
what that one is.
it's actually it looks like bus person. Bus and then Perone. Person with no S. Let's see what that is. Um, it's for anxiety. So yeah, both of these medications sounds like something you
Okay,
shouldn't just
so
sounds like something you shouldn't just cut off.
yeah. So would you already need a to have something else going on. I don't know. I don't know enough about that. Do you?
No, because they didn't exactly explain what they were having before. Um, yeah, they explained what they were taking before, but they didn't explain why or what they were taking it for at all. But one of the comments says,
Yeah.
yes, side effects or inconsistency, like dropping for a while, can cause seizures. Do you have a neurologist with whom you can discuss this with? The person said, not really. Not a good one, at least. I plan on going to see one soon enough. You should go see him soon. Then he told him randomly dropping the
Yeah,
drug is irresponsible.
because they're
Yes, it
saying
is.
seizures are.
Say that again. It's dangerous for what?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't drop
did
a.
they have more than one seizure?
No, I think it just said before I start having focal aware.
Yeah, like
Yeah, focal aware seizures. I'm assuming the person was diagnosed after a while.
yeah, like seeing a neurologist yesterday.
It's alarm for medication. Okay. I got one here that says, huh?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you ever take clonazepam?
No, I have not. I've had similar drugs, but not that one.
What about Depakote?
Yep, I'm on that right now. I have been for years.
No, okay. Well, I can read this one and you understand it. It says Depakote JME, 2,000 milligrams and side effects. 4 years on Depakote and 4 years seizure free. It works, and I'm so grateful to be healthy and seizure free, but I definitely feel stupid. I do smoke weed, but I only in the summer occasionally when I'm at school. Occasionally when I'm at school. However, my memory during majority of the year while I didn't smoke my freshman year in college, last year was horrible. Cognitively, I feel impaired and have been trying to express this feeling since I was diagnosed at 14 to 15. I'd be sleepy at school, and this just sucks, feeling trapped because I'm too afraid to get up and get off of the meds and have a breakthrough seizure and ruin nearly 5 years of progress. But I also miss how I felt before I was medicated. And I'm now realizing how significant this is in my life, the past half decade, and how many inconveniences I could have avoided, and even things like accommodations could have helped. Mm, they're just kind of telling their story. You're taking Depakote. It's not exactly working yet, is it? Oh, you only been on it for like a few months, though, right?
And no, I've been on it for over 10 years, I think.
Oh, you were
Or
taking
maybe about 10
Depakote.
years, yeah.
You were taking
I was
Depakote before you were
taking
diagnosed.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I was taking it for preventing migraines. I had a second car accident in 2013, and I messed up my neck and started getting really bad migraines every day. So they put me on a really high dose of Depakote and it made me so tired. So I've been trying to get off of it, but yeah, I guess Depakote.
Um, yeah. I haven't taken Depakote, and I plan on just staying on this one I'm on. It's my third. Stick with that. Write it out. Hopefully it happens like that. But I'm gonna see a new neurologist soon. I hope they don't try to switch it out for something else. And I've been working at this for 20 years. Um, but you said you got in a car accident, right?
Yeah, I had two, unfortunately.
Is that what caused your epilepsy?
We don't know. I have another MRI scheduled for the end of the year, and they're hoping to find out, like, do I have like a brain tumor or something, and then I have to see a spine specialist in September to see if there's something that got messed up permanently from the car accident. So we're still trying to figure it out.
So sorry to hear that. Um,
Hey, I mean, thanks. It could have been worse. Like, I didn't break any bones or have a traumatic brain injury or anything like that. I just injured my neck.
just injured my neck.
You know, what I mean is, like, I didn't hurt any other bones, just that one.
Sounded like it was just my neck.
It's only the one of the most important parts.
Hmm. Yeah, so I got epilepsy from brain trauma. Um,
From
and
your
mine
car
was,
accident, right?
yeah, mine was just car accident. Just the average car accident.
I don't know about that.
Um,
Not average.
Kinda, a little bit.
I mean, you were like 5, right?
Yep.
And you weren't in the car.
Yeah. That
That's
that
not
part.
really your average motor vehicle accident. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry
It's
that
all right.
happened to you.
Try not to harp on it. It's all
I
right.
get that.
But I do have something else here.
Sure.
It says acting epileptic. I'm trying to find out about these actors' attitudes towards feigning seizures on stage and on films. There's such a lot of emerging about crimping up and crimping up, and I wondered how this related to epilepsy, how the non-epileptic actors responds to portraying epilepsy. Some of the actors have told me that they would aim for extreme realism and would study seizures in order to convey what they are really like. Other actors have said to me that they would be worried about portraying a tonic-clonic on stage, fearing that the audience would think they were mocking the epilepsy or trying to make fun of it. If any actors could tell me how they would feel, this would be very useful. Would also be interested in knowing how people with epilepsy would feel about a non-epileptic feigning from epilepsy on stage. Really interested to know. Um, I don't know any actors, but there's comments here, and it says I don't have a strong opinion on who should play what character, other than the people that have the disabilities should have equal opportunity to get all the same roles and be able to be an actor. But as an audience member, I'd assume a lot of those things depend more on the authorial, authorial, and directorial. Oh my goodness, directorial intent than the actors. What do you think about people acting and having seizures?
Um, well, I have a degree in acting.
Mm,
So, the first thing I will say is that everybody's different. Like, my opinion is pretty irrelevant to the rest of the world. But,
you must be able to have a good seizure.
but like, uh, art is subjective. Like, nobody's gonna see it the same way, and it's meant to be that way. It's also meant to reflect the hard things about life in a lot of cases. So what I would, what I think, when I see people on TV faking a seizure for the purpose of the movie, I just think, wow, that's really unrealistic. And I would appreciate if they would portray it in a more realistic way so that there's not all this misinformation. But I also understand that they want the audience to know right away that this character is having a seizure. And so they have to kind of play into the stereotype, or the audience isn't going to get it.
Yeah, somebody else was saying that like if a person had a focal, nobody's gonna understand. They're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
Exactly.
Um,
And, and like, as for doing it on stage to a live audience, I would say that largely depends on the context, because if I was at a play and one of the actors fell down and faked having a tonic clonic, I would think that the actor was having a seizure, not that it was part of the show.
yeah, because everybody's gonna stand up, no, panicking
Right?
and stuff, and then
So they
yeah,
have to make it really clear ahead of time that the person's going to have a seizure and is part of the show.
yeah. Um, Never really bothered me, but I could see how that would bother some people in particular. Um,
Meds time?
yeah, it's been med time. That was the third time I snoozed it. Um,
Uh-oh. Can we take a break?
um, no, we can do this right here.
Okay.
We're
So have
yeah,
you
so
what do you think about the acting like you're having a seizure? Does that offend you at all?
uh, no, because I can't say I think I found it funny, but me and my family were watching a movie and the guy started having a seizure and they all started looking at me before they started laughing. And I already figured what they knew. I figured why they were all looking at me like out of the corner of their eye and stuff. It's like, yeah, I get it. Um, to break the ice in the room from everybody, been a little stiff about what I think about it because I didn't say anything. I was just like, I can have a better seizure than that, and everybody started laughing. So yeah,
Good response.
yeah, it worked. We moved on. Wasn't nobody looking at me afterwards. They was not all tense anymore. But yeah,
Nice.
you gotta laugh to cope. At least I do.
Oh yeah. Sometimes we have to laugh to keep from crying.
Yes, definitely. Um, Turn this alarm off. It is Lamotrigine o'clock.
Is it a what?
I said it's Lamotrigine o'clock.
Oh, nice.
Yours is probably Depakote o'clock.
Yeah. Like I I told my partner I was having Vimpat for dinner.
I had oh, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for dinner. Um, I actually had two. Um, One was with strawberry strawberry preserves, and one was with grape jelly.
Nice.
Yeah,
I haven't had that in a million years.
grape jelly.
Any kind of jelly.
I like
I
preserves, but
Oh,
yeah,
I love it, but I would have to make it homemade, because I'm like, for some reason, there's a lot of trigger foods for me. I'll have a cyclic vomiting syndrome episode from eating sugar.
mm.
So I would have to make my own homemade without sugar. That's too much of a pain in the butt. So I
Um,
just would have the peanut butter.
so basically, no added sugars. Is what you're saying.
Right. Yeah,
No
no
added
sugars or
sugars.
sweeteners, just natural fruit.
Okay, so yeah, you can just have natural preserves. Preserves are just chunks of fruit for the
Yeah,
most part.
yeah. But then they add the gelatin sometimes to thicken it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, that part just not 100%. So yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks. I was reading something one time, and one guy is like, she can't have more than 2 grams of sugar a day. That's not a lot of sugar. Um,
It's not.
two
No.
grams, you can fit that in a spoon.
Yep. There was a part of my brother's life where he had to go 6 grams or less of sugar a day. And I mean, that's like including the fruit and everything. And this was when he was a teenager and eating everything in sight, like a vacuum cleaner. It was hard. I'm glad I've never had to do that. I don't have to stay under a certain amount of sugar. I just can't have it at all. No
That
counting
sounds like it
required.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a lot you can't eat. Like,
Yeah. There's a really long list of foods that are triggers, but um, there's also a bunch of delicious foods that I could still eat. So it's
my youngest son
oh,
was an oops baby.
ooh.
I didn't want to have a child.
Okay, did not mean for that to happen. But I'm glad that video's done editing. But yeah, what were you saying again? Did you forget?
oh, I don't know, probably nothing important. Do you have to watch the whole episode, the whole recording all over to edit it? Oh,
And
that's so
since since some of the videos are like 9 and 10 hours,
yeah.
it's gonna take about 15 hours to do it. So a video that's around 9 hours, 9.5 hours, it'll take me around 11 hours to fully edit all that 9 hours and cut out pieces and stuff. And then that 9.5 hour video would be like 9 hours flat after editing and taking all that time off. And I
Wow.
love editing. It's pretty fun.
That's a commitment though.
Do all my editing myself.
Nice.
No outsourcing. Don't have to pay anybody. But back to epilepsy.
Yeah.
Had my first seizure. 26-year old male needs some reassurances and guidance. Sadly, I had my first seizure yesterday at work. It was absolutely humiliating. Felt off, started losing my vision, and woke up on the floor surrounded by coworkers. I was then taken to the hospital in an ambulance and released a couple hours later after some Valium. I was pretty freaked out and cleared a clear CT scan since it was Friday afternoon. I couldn't schedule a follow up with a neurologist right away, but we'll hopefully be going soon. I hope my hope is that this was a weird one-off thing. I was dehydrated and hadn't eaten a lot. Stress was a little high too. Of course, I'm not asking for medical advice, but are there any odds of that being the case? Today, I feel really ached and off. This is normal too. Additionally, what I can expect from a neurologist visit. Lastly, I have a trip with friends planned in a few weeks. We're flying. We're flying. Is that going to be an issue? Of course, the doctor will be able to tell me more, but I'm just curious. Apologies for so many questions. Just lost and kind of scared. Um, don't be scared. I took a flight. I took plenty flights. Um, yeah, just don't let it scare you because if you're sitting there scared, that can be a trigger too. Stress. Um, and I have window seats. I love window seats. Yeah, that's the best part. It's looking out the window and taking pictures like of the clouds and stuff. And this person is basically asking, what was the question? What to expect from a neurologist visit? And today he felt really ached and off. Is that normal? When you feel seizure-y, that's kind of normal. Seizure is not a word. Brandon made that up. Seizure is just the new term we use around here. Yeah, so.
And I mean, no way to know if they're going to have another one until they have another one, right?
Right.
I wish we could predict that.
I could predict anything. I want to predict a cure.
Right.
Yeah, I say dehydrated isn't a good sign, and stress is also not a good sign. And I'm not a doctor. You said you're not asking for medical advice. Yeah, but he said, are the odds that these are high because of that, because of dehydration and all that stuff? Yeah. I don't think just the average person is just gonna have a seizure because they're dehydrated. That's not the thing. There's obviously something going on in their head before that, or something. What do they call it? Genetics. You don't just get epilepsy for no reason. I don't think so. There's to be some reason they just can't find it. But yeah, those things that he said, yes, those are all possible factors into having a seizure, which really sucks. When was your last seizure?
Um,
Yeah, mine was 2 weeks ago.
less than a month.
Me too. Been less than a month.
What
2 weeks
did you
ago.
have?
Hopefully, we can go more longer than 3 months this time. Make it to the end of the year. That's the plan.
Did you have just a focal? Did you have a focal, or was
It
it
was a TC.
the big guy?
Say that again.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I was asking you. It was my
I heard you say what kind,
I
and
know. Sorry, I was getting bad again.
we were doing really good.
Yeah. I've only ever seen someone have. Yeah. I've only ever seen someone have a tonic clonic. I don't think I've ever seen the other ones in person.
That you know
Have you?
of.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I've only seen me have a seizure, and I've seen that on my camera in my room. So that was it. Um, you have a camera, get you some surveillance so you know if you're having them in your
Yeah.
sleep.
Is that no, I wouldn't. If I
I
want
got
to
mine.
be looked
I can.
at.
Oh, yeah, my mom has mine. But yeah, just to check me out, see if I'm here, or yeah, if I turn it off and she turns her phone on and it says the camera's off, she gets it. Camera's off for a reason. Other than that, if it's off for
I
so long,
just don't
she'll
know
call.
the point really is. Sorry.
I said
Okay.
only reason she'll call is because the camera's been off for too long. Other than that, she thinks,
Don't.
maybe it's company. So yeah, as long as you don't turn it on when I turned it off, you won't really catch anything. But go to the next one. Okay, it says is epilepsy a disability? I
With
never
the
thought about it.
focal seizures, they are so little.
Yeah, some of them can be really small.
Sorry. So, what the point of having a camera is if I'm not gonna wrap around in bed?
I'm getting like a delayed reaction from you.
Like, how will I even know? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Your voice is like 5 seconds behind your face. Um, I'll go through this one. It says epilepsy a disability. I never thought about it because I was never treated even as a patient who has epilepsy, but recently I started to see it. I researched it in myself, researching myself, and the question of whether it could be a neurological disability stuck in my mind. Also, it is a win or not a win because I don't know. But some people always say it's bad. You can't fix a job or something. And I've never tried it or experienced it, and I'm curious about it. No, epilepsy is not. It's however you take it. I wouldn't call it disability. It is a disease because the people for disease control, I forgot what the name of that foundation is, but they labeled epilepsy as a disease. You can call it a condition, a disability, a disorder, um, or you can just call it epilepsy. Yeah. I think some of us should be allowed to work. Would you go
I
back
don't
to
know
work
what
if you
the
could?
yeah, absolutely. I was a workaholic, so I really, really, really miss working.
Yeah. Um, um,
What about you?
I forgot the question. Um,
Would you go back to work if you could?
oh, hell yeah. Today, right now. I'd go as soon as possible. Next shift. I loved working. That's the only independence I ever had working. I had epilepsy for 20 years. So
Yeah.
working was away from family, away from everything. Just I love working. I'd go back if I could. I didn't quit personally. My family quit for me. Um, yeah, you're like, huh? Yeah. I was taking a note to work and I happened to read it on
How
the
did
way.
that work?
Huh?
How did they quit for you? What do you mean?
So I was on my way to work and I just had a seizure at work maybe like 2 days before, maybe the day before. And my stepmom gave me a letter. I didn't exactly read too much of it. And then when I got closer to work and I had to put everything in my locker, I had the letter in my pocket. So I read it and it was a letter for resignation. And I had just put everything in my locker. And she was like, give this to your manager. So after I put everything in the locker, I gave him the letter and he's like, quitting right now? It's like, yeah. Um, yeah, did not know that until I got there and fully read it. And
I'm
I was like,
sorry.
it's all right. They were tired of me getting hurt. So I wasn't quite tired of getting hurt. I love the money.
How old were you?
Uh,
Yeah.
like 31. It wasn't that long ago. Like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, it was right before the pandemic, as the pandemic hit, maybe like 2020, once they found out it was actually in the US. Um, yeah, so did you get COVID? Did you end up getting COVID?
Sorry.
Me either. Lucky
No, no,
you.
no, I never did.
Do you say
Yeah, you
epilepsy?
too.
Do you say
I had to
epilepsy
be
is a
really
disability?
careful.
Why? Oh,
I mean, yeah, I can't do things that I could do if I didn't have disability. So, I mean, if I did have epilepsy. So, yeah, it's disabling.
yeah. It's disabilitating. Um, debilitating. Anyhow,
I know everybody's mostly mad that they can't drive, but I'm mad that I can't take a bath.
um, well, there's other ways to handle that. They got these one wipes that they use for, I was gonna say hospital patients. They're like wipes, they're body wipes. If you're in the hospital, they clean you with those because it's it's
Sure.
just a good way to clean, and it's also, yeah, it's something similar to those. But yeah, I can't fit in the bathtub, so
I can take, like, I can sit down on the, yeah. Oh, good point. Yeah, you probably can't fit. There are other ways to get clean. I just enjoyed taking baths.
yeah. I guess I enjoyed taking baths when I could fit in it. Now I just sit down and I'm like this, legs at the bottom, and become too tall. So I'm not gonna drown. Drowning in a tub is not gonna happen to me. I literally have to fall forward and splash in the water, and it's not likely. And then again, I like showers.
No.
Um, for the shower, I can be not necessarily in and out, but me standing up, but I can get out if I feel weird. Have you had one in the bathtub yet or the shower? I
That's a
have
good point.
not.
Um, I don't know. I've had some but it's impossible to know.
So I got something else. It says body aging. So I'm curious on the other effects seizures have on us, other than our nerves and our brain. Does it cause our body to age quicker than others? I have had some pretty gnarly seizures and not under control yet. I'm curious on what you all think. One comment says, I didn't know about aging, but we definitely experience more damage to our brains and our body. The last time I went to the dentist, they told me my teeth had wear and tear. Someone in the 30s, which I have result from dozens of tonic-clonic seizures. I also have scarring on my tongue and inner cheeks. I don't know about the rest of my body, but between my seizures and my meds, I am usually pretty low energy and struggle to stand up for long periods of time. I definitely don't function like other people my age, but that's the nature of having a disability. This is just my anecdote experience. Everyone experiences epilepsy differently. Right. I didn't know there were so many different types of epilepsy. I thought there was like one. Um, I thought when they meant you're having a seizure means you're shaking, and that was it.
Yeah, I thought there was probably a couple.
Yeah. Couldn't imagine what that's like for
So they were
people.
talking about whether or not you would age faster. Is that right?
Um, basically, I think they're asking, does our body age with seizures? I don't think so. I think you're just having seizures. Body aging? I don't think so. Not that it might not be a
I
thing,
think
but
your brain does, but I don't know about the body.
yeah, I don't think the
Interesting.
I truly don't think the body ages due to seizures. Yeah, because you can't be like my body's 36 and I'm 35
Probably
because
not.
I had so many seizures.
I can see how medication and pain and stress can make you look a little bit older, though.
Okay, yeah, I can see stress making you look older. Definitely. I think they said you get wrinkles the more you
I'm
stress.
getting wrinkles from right here.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm just laughing how you just pointed everything out. Um, yeah,
Okay, I do. If you were able to see it, you would. There's lines here from not smiling but frowning.
not smiling. Okay. I thought you were 18, but
No, I'm older than you are.
not by much. I was born late, so you never know.
What does that have to do with it?
I said I was born late.
Yeah, but what does being born late have to do with me being born first? Oh, I see. You're
Why
saying
this?
you could have been born before me, but you weren't. No, that doesn't count. But nice try.
I think I was like 2 or 3 weeks late. Um, yeah, never
But
know.
you were born in August, and I
Yeah.
was born in April. So it's quite a ways off.
Oh yeah. I should have said I was born early.
Oh, you have a birthday coming up.
No, I was born late. I wasn't kidding. Um, okay, I got
I
something
believe
that
you.
says, what do you think about hypnosis?
Um, for what purpose?
That I don't know. It says, oh, hypnosis and epilepsy. My husband has epilepsy. He also suffers from an addiction to alcohol. In addition to that, he's dealing with major stress factors with work and just from having epilepsy in general. He started seeing new therapists just the past Friday who brought up the idea of hypnosis to help him with his stress and addiction. I'm curious if anyone else in this group has epilepsy, has ever had hypnotherapy before, and if it triggered more seizures or if it may have been helpful. Thank you. Have not had hypnosis or hypnotherapy yet. I kind of don't plan on it. I don't know anybody who's going to do it. So, yeah,
I think it would be fascinating to do.
I couldn't imagine. I think I don't like people doing things to me in my sleep. So, yeah.
Good enough. Did,
Be,
did anyone comment about that
say that again.
on the post? Did anyone comment on the post?
Yeah, actually, they did. Someone said definitely worth a try. You could also self hypnosis initially before going to the hypnotherapy. Tons of content on YouTube and apps that help you doing this. I personally Harmony Hypnosis and would recommend it. Harmony Hypnosis. I gotta look that up because sometimes I like how my phone listens to me. So when I say things and I start typing, it just pops up. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
Yeah, it can be creepy though.
Yeah, I just like the part that it's ready when I'm ready to tell me what I'm just writing about and all that. Oh my goodness, I want to break my chair. What was that? Um, oh, Harmony Hypnosis is an app. Shout out to Harmony Hypnosis. Um,
It's like a self hypnosis tool.
um, Say that one more time. You said something
Is
about
it like a self-hypnosis thing?
No, it says
Like a
join.
self-hypnosis tool?
It looks like just yoga, something like that. Just peaceful music and a
Yoga.
bunch of peaceful positions to sit in. Um,
Oh, it's meditation stuff.
yeah, meditation, yoga, all looks the same. Someone would be offended if I
I
said that.
have a I know somebody who tried hypnosis to get over a smoking addiction, and they had to go back a couple of times, but I think it did eventually stick.
Harmony hypnosis. I'm gonna download it. I don't know about you, but I am. Seems pretty interesting.
Let me know what you think. Maybe I should.
Don't. So then I can tell you what it's like. Um,
Okay.
yeah, it looks like maybe an app for like meditation, basically, like you said. Yeah, in hypnosis, I just don't like people near me in my sleep, so I don't know if I could do that. Or like knowingly somebody's gonna be doing something over my face or something when I'm asleep, some kind of something uncomfortable. Oh,
They do record the session for you so that you can feel comfortable to review it later and know that like nothing weird happened. But I don't think I could get over easily the anxiety during it of giving up control.
the anxiety of what?
Giving up control and letting the other person hypnotize you.
Oh, yeah, that part. Maybe if someone else is there with me and watch it and record it for me, let me see what it's like. But touching me in my sleep,
Yeah.
I won't be able to sleep at all.
No.
Yeah, just not my thing. But to each his own. Someone else here says complex
Yes.
partial pseudo seizures after waking up. You heard that? Pseudo seizures?
I think that's the PNES, the non-epileptic seizures, isn't it?
I believe PNES
Now
is
I have to look that up too.
psychogenic. PNES is the psychogenic seizures, non-epileptic
Yeah.
seizures. But pseudo seizures, I don't know.
I thought it was in,
But complex partial.
yeah, no, it is. Pseudo seizures is another name for PNES.
Somebody told me that
It's all the same thing.
someone told me that I had pseudo seizures. Um, no, someone told me I had complex partials. Um, because I have seizures sometimes to where I would call it TC aware, I guess. Um, I'm having a TC. Um,
Okay.
I can see wherever my head's looking at the time. I can hear. I can feel myself biting my tongue or gritting my teeth, and whatever my head's hitting against, I can feel that and all that stuff. Um, but usually, eventually, I just go to just pass out from pain deprivation, basically. hit my head on something, and I laid there and just couldn't do anything. So I started crying because that's the only thing the body can do when it feels pain. And it's like I can't do anything. It's like taking a punch in the face several times. Um, yeah,
Yeah, man,
yeah.
I'm so
Somebody told me
sorry.
that was someone told me that was a complex partial. I don't really know. It felt like I said a TC aware, a Grand Mall aware. Um,
Complex partial. Well, I would really love if sometime we like um during one of the podcasts went over all the different kinds because there's so many. I just think that would be interesting.
would be. I'm going to read this one about complex partial pseudo seizures after waking up. Diagnosed with complex partial seizures that affect my communication and visual perception. Right now, I get them when I'm tired, typically after waking up. My neurologist is thinking that the ones I have now are pseudo seizures because they weren't detectable on my last EEG. Anyone have any idea why they're after waking up? My neurologist doesn't have an answer beyond thinking I'm stressed or depressed somehow, which is true because of recent changes, but hasn't always been true. Um, do I have any idea while he's getting them while waking up? I don't know. Um, yeah, because
Changes in brain chemistry, maybe?
I would assume when you wake up, you're like not tired anymore. So yeah, because he said I get them when I'm tired, and he was like I'm instantly tired. Yeah, he said right now I get them when I'm tired, typically after waking up.
Maybe he means if he's tired, like extra tired when he goes to bed.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you're waking up and you're tired, I'd go back to sleep personally. Get all the sleep that I need to get. But the first response is, if I recall correctly, going in and out of sleep and wake states can induce seizures. This is one of the reasons why epilepsy monitoring unit stays can be so helpful. The prolonged scans can capture a bigger picture, if that makes sense. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so watch out for pseudo seizures. Watch out for all seizures. None of them are fun.
Yeah, no joke.
Uh, how do psychedelics and drugs affect when you have epilepsy?
How do
Psych-
psychedelic what?
Psychedelics or drugs affect you
Oh,
when you have epilepsy?
well, which which ones? Like, you probably shouldn't do MDMA, but you could probably smoke weed.
Um, I like psilocybin as my psychedelic, which is basically mushrooms.
Yeah,
So that's cool. I just don't like the actual mushrooms, so I get the chocolate bars with the psilocybin in it.
but it
The
doesn't. It's not like a seizure trigger for you.
For some reason I can't find my triggers. I drank, I smoked, I stay up all night because of insomnia. Um, yeah, I haven't been able to find a trigger. And
Wow, that's frustrating.
I think maybe mines are just because I have brain trauma. I think that's just gonna be it. Because it's encephalomalacia on the side of my head, soft brain tissue. It's just gonna be there. So I think that's why mine is like that. It's just like basically you're gonna have seizures, and I can't escape this one. Can't take that out that I know of. I haven't actually looked that up, but I don't think so. Um, yeah, complex partials are hard seizures. But the thing about psychedelics never bothered me. I don't like the mushrooms because they taste like dirt. Um,
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
yeah, I've heard of people just like crumble them and put it all over pizza and stuff.
Ooh,
Um,
ruining a perfectly good pizza.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, just get it over with, man.
Yeah. I didn't feel it. So yeah, 3 slices of pizza didn't work. But
Wow.
the psilocybin with the chocolate worked the first time. It worked, and it was crazy.
I've heard of people putting it in like hot water to make a tea kind of thing as well, but that just sounds like dirt water.
Yeah. Chewing those dusty mushrooms, it tastes like dirt. And you just crush it, and it turns to dust, and it's disgusting.
Ugh. Yuck.
Yeah. It's disgusting. But like I said, the psilocybin is better, so psychedelics don't bother me. And I think specifically they said drugs. Um, yeah, how do drugs affect you? Um, I don't think drugs affect me either. I smoke. I wouldn't say I smoke less these days, but
But it's not like you're over here doing crack either. So, like, what drugs, like that's a spectrum.
yeah,
Or if you are doing crack, we don't know about it.
right. You'll never know. Um, yeah, not doing stimulants. How could I promote and tell you guys don't do drugs and tell you guys what to do if I'm doing it? You know what I
Do
mean?
as I say, not as I do.
Uh, yeah, that could be both. Um, so yeah, but here's the post. It says, I was thinking of trying psychedelics to kind of ease myself as I'm constantly tired and just depressed at home all the time and exhausted. Can hardly do anything with the lack of a motivation I have. I've tried week, but just gave me anxiety. And okay, that says weed. Then you put I tried week. So I'm gonna say I tried weed, but it gave me anxiety and made me paranoid. I have a short attention span, unfortunately. I try to read, but my brain is so fried, I lose interest quickly. And I have ideas to try and start my own online social media business, but the thought of putting in the work and then trying is exhausting, as I am, as I always am, tired most of the time. I have no friends because I can't seem to find anyone who will accept me for or understand me for me. I feel totally alone and need something just to feel like me, feel better, but I don't want to end up in the ER. Any thoughts? Context? I'm on 3 different medications, so I need some help. Lamictal, Briviact, Clobazam. Um, I'm on Lamictal.
What
Um,
was the first medication?
what was the first medication?
Briviact? Oh, you said Lamictal,
Lamictal,
Briviact, and
Briviact, Clobazam.
got it.
They got Clobazam,
Oh,
Clonopin, Clobazam, all these clothes. But
okay.
yeah, those 3 are deep. I
Okay,
guess
That
everyone's
Reagan
sounds
it
like
correct
is.
about those.
oh, it's here.
Hey,
Oh,
Hey,
had to
uh,
check it out.
how are you doing?
how'd you know?
See what button's available.
How did you guess?
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm always on the same wavelength. That in the comments helped.
Ah, oh,
The comments
yeah,
helped you follow the comments.
I don't
yeah.
know how the hell
Raven's
these
all
iPhones don't have
embarrassed.
Well,
night vision yet.
Um, yeah. So join the party.
I was trying to decide if your camera was off or what.
No, it's definitely night vision. I mean, nighttime.
We were
Weak ass
just,
moon.
oh man.
Um, yeah, you guys should be asleep.
No, what I missed?
Yeah, shit.
You have missed the whole lot. We're just chilling. reading posts. Keeping it real.
I hear your
I have
voice.
really good connections, so I
Your face stopped moving, but then your voice kept going, so that it was kind of. You getting the same, Kate?
Yeah.
I think you're frozen right now too.
Oh, me? No, I'm here.
Yeah, you're not
Okay.
frozen. Now you're back. Yeah. Like I said, your voice is 5 seconds behind your.
Maybe I just held the same position for too long.
This is one hell of a threesome.